everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a sort of a first impression type tutorial on Colourpop eyeshadows, because I did my first ever purchase of Colourpop last week, and I did end up getting the Where the Light Is quad by KathleenLights because it just spoke to me. Look at the gorgeous sort of bronzy brown shades. They are my favourite shades to wear on the eyes, so I thought I would do a bit of a first impression tutorial. Now, I have swatched these for my blog, and if you're interested in looking at each separate colour, I will leave the link to the blog post in the description below. But I definitely did want to use these two today, and this one, which is super bronzy, is called KathleenLights. And I'm hella excited to use that because it speaks to me on a spiritual level. And also this one called Cornelious, which is my sort of perfect ideal brown because it's a really nice warm brown. Also in the quad you have the shade Glow, which is a sort of a matte highlight type shade. And I've swatched these. All of them are super creamy and easy to use. Colourpop shadows are a bit different than regular shadows. They are sort of moussey, and this is the shade Blaze. They are sort of moussey in texture, and they can be a bit difficult to apply with brushes. And I did find if you want the best sort of pigmentation, you should use your fingers. But I am going to start off with the shade KathleenLights. And I've never used these on my eyes before. I only swatched them on my hand, and I'm going to take this shade, start off with on a brush, and just pop that on my eyelid. And you've probably heard all about Colourpop because it is everywhere. They are super popular, and these eyeshadows, which are the Super Shock shadows, are super nice. I haven't tried anything else from the line yet, but I do want to. So if you've got any recommendations from Colourpop, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see if I can get around to trying them. Just look at that. That is beautiful. I'm also going to take a tiny bit underneath my eye. I'm just going to grab a clean brush to blend the edges a bit. Let me actually zoom you in so you can have a little bit of a better look. Now, please do excuse the state of my skin. It is having a bit of a freak out, so I do have a lot of sort of bumps and blemishes everywhere. But I'm just going to pop this on to my other eye. So for the next colour, I'm going to take Cornelious, which is the sort of warm brown, on a little bit more of a fluffy brush, and I'm going to pop that through the crease. Now this one is a matte one, and it did swatch absolutely beautifully, and I was kind of worried that it was going to be a bit more difficult to apply to the eyes with a brush. Now, as you saw, the KathleenLights shade went on super smoothly. It's super pigmented, and I used a sort of a flat shader brush for this. For this shade, I am using a very different brush. It's a bit more fluffy. But I did test out these shadows with a brush yesterday on my hand, and they actually went on really nice, and they sort of blend as they go. So I'm just going to pop that, and I'm also going to take a bit of this just underneath, just tie everything in, and again I'm going to go in and blend the edges. Now this is a very warm look, so I'm not sure if it's going to be for everyone, but if you like really warm eyeshadows, I really recommend checking this palette out, because I'm not sure if it's like a permanent one, but it is $18, and normally each eyeshadow retails for $5, so you do save money on it. And I absolutely love the shades because they're really nice and warm. And if you're a person like me who loves warm eyeshadows, I really highly recommend checking them out. For my brow bone and inner corner highlight, I'm going to take the Glow shade in the palette, or the single shadow, and I'm going to pop this on with my finger because I do find that when I applied this on my hand yesterday with the brush, it did sort of blend into oblivion. So just going to press that on my brow bone like that, and also take a tiny bit of that in the inner corner. Sorry if you can hear the wind, it's windy. Now for me, I would probably stop here, but I am going to try and darken the outer corners a bit using the Blaze shade in the palette. I'm going to call it a palette because I don't know, for some reason it's easier for me to see it as a palette since I bought them all together. I'm just going to take a flat brush again and pop that on the outer corner of my eye. Not sure if this is going to work or not, but I'm kind of displaying, so. Okay, it did add a bit of different sort of colour because this is a darker shade. But it's still super shimmery, so like that, and I'm just gonna blend. Now that is how the eyeshadows look together. I absolutely love it. I think they went on super smoothly. I think the pigmentation of them are absolutely wonderful, and for the price I think it's a really good deal. Now, as I said, if you don't like sort of warm type shades, this quad is probably not for you. They do have tons of eyeshadows, and I do really recommend trying them out because the formula is amazing. If I can switch this one around as well. As I said, the formula is great, the colours look so stunning, and I just think they apply so nicely to the eyes. I have heard of people who have had a bit of trouble with them because it is a bit of a different consistency to what eyeshadows normally tend to be, but if you apply them with a flat brush or a synthetic brush, I find those work the best. For packing on shadow on the lid, a flat synthetic brush is amazing, and for the crease, blending them out, it's the same. Synthetic brush is really nice. And I do think if you want a bit more extra pop of them, use your fingers because that's how you get the most pop of colour. I absolutely love these and I definitely see myself using these a lot. So that is my sort of first impression review / tutorial using the KathleenLights where the light is quad from Colourpop. If you want to see swatches of any other colours, I'll leave my blog post in the description below, and I would love to try more stuff from Colourpop, so if you've got any favourites and things you want me to try out, leave them in the comments below and I will get around to it at some point, hopefully. If you're trying these shadows, that didn't work, these ones, oh gosh, let me know what you think of them in the comments below as well, and I will see you again very soon, and Happy New Year, about 3 weeks late because this is the first video that I'm filming in the new year. Not really, but the first one that's going to go up, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!